probably about 95% the same what Justin Booth's were, but definitely involved Justin Booth in a much larger role. Indicated that there was more of a premeditated crime that
about from what he's doing. He had a couple of opportunities that he pointed out to his observations that that's where we were headed that night when everything else was first. And said that either from his birth saw his fate and lost certainty that he had died. Justin stood him up at the walked out and shot him in the back. He shot him once. Those stuff made him walk up double
People are fairly friendly. You wave at them, and most times they will wave back.
It still has its little mom and pop shops.
Alzulo's was located on the main drag going through the town.
So many people knew Al Zulo's business. He'd been there many, many, many years.
He was a legend in the area. His commercials were on television quite often then.
Hi, I'm Mary Ann, and this is George of Al Zulo Remodeling Business. When Al was away, we were okay.
Something happened at Al Zulo's. It's just really sad. People still remember it.
I just got bits and pieces of the story about it, knowing a lot of this stuff was going on. I would have done something about it.
It's just such a tragedy.
We lost so much. She's just gone.
I responded to the crime scene about 7:30 this morning. Most of the people here from the police department.
Above other homicide cases, this one is unique in itself.
The victim was in a hallway, face down, with an enormous amount of blood and blood spatter.
Homicides are bad, but the sad part about this too was that Christmas is just on a couple days away. Okay, this is Al Zulo's right here. On the day of the homicide, this is all blocked off in here. When I arrived, I walked in the back where Mary Ann was laying on the floor, and she had her coat on, had her gloves on, and remember the large amount of blood just around her head and when it started to coagulate. And just dropping on the walls and door frames, just spatter on the walls in there. It was a brutal homicide. Her skull was pretty much bashed in. It was probably one of the worst homicides I've seen. Well, they determined from the blood spatter that she was initially attacked in the hallway, where she was hit 2 or 3 times in the back of the head. We discovered that the perpetrator came back because she was still alive. He started hitting again. Fresh blood was covered in the previous blood on there, so they can tell that she had been beat more than once.
she was wearing when we were first meet her. Blue with white polka dot. I'm legally blind. She was my love, she was my life, and she was my eyes. We did stuff that I never could do by myself. 22nd of December, right before Christmas. I said, just get down to bed. Her partner was, and I was George Jackson. He called me up. The cops are here now. And before I can say anything, it's a different life today. We had a lot of fun. We was eating out all the time. And we would go to Chicago. We stayed in a restaurant down on State Street. We enjoyed life together. I miss her a great deal.
My mother was a fantastic mom. She had my back and was always interested in what I was doing. She was very good with people and just a kind-hearted person. She would go out of her way to help anybody. The whole town was devastated, in shock. They respected her, and she just drew people close to her all the time. I was out on my mail route, and my postmaster came out and told me what happened. And I immediately got a ticket, flew out to Rockford. It was a blizzard that day. I got the last flight out of Dayton. I had no idea who did it or how it could possibly happen to my mother. She was the nicest person in the world. The whole day was a blur.
When I got the call from my mom, it broke me up. She said, I just wanted to call and tell you that Mary Ann was murdered. And I screamed. And I said, no, Mom, not Mary Ann. She can't be gone. I said, are you sure? She said, yes. My heart broke. They had determined that she was killed the evening before at around 4 or 5 o'clock. Normally, when any of the employees would leave Al Zulos, and if Mary Ann was still working, they would usually say, you want me to lock the door on the way out? Are you going to be long? And normally, she would say, no, I got it. So anybody could have walked in.
There was always, expensive tools, things like that. So basically just kind of thought it had to be.
Was missing. You suspect, okay, we have a burglar here. Perhaps somebody didn't know Mary Ann was there, and it was one of these surprise encounters, and a person panicked, and as a result, Mary Ann lost her life.
Loves Park is right next to Rockford. It's a pretty big city.